Hi, welcome you all for today's session. In this session, today I am going to discuss about OLAM architecture, Online Analytical Mining Architecture. So let us see why we move to the data warehousing to the data mining, that is online analytical processing to the online analytical mining. Before going to discuss about the OLAM architecture, let us see about the data warehouse uses, where we are using, in what kind of applications we go for the data warehouse, construction of the data warehouse. So the data warehouse and data marts are used for wide range of applications. Here data mart is nothing but smaller version of the data warehouse. So three kinds of applications are popular applications where data warehouse is widely used. These applications are information processing, analytical processing applications, and data mining applications. So what is information processing applications? These applications mainly supports querying, basic static analysis, and reporting using crosstabs, tables, charts, graphs, trees, rules format, so different formats. The answers of all these queries directly reflect the whatever information is available in the database. So the current trend is to construct a low-cost web-based tool, which is very, very essential, and this is the current trend that integrates the browsers also. And analytical processing applications. So these kind of applications mainly support basic OLAP operations such as slice, dice, roll up, and drill down, pivot table, etc. And also drill across, drill through. So there are many OLAP operations are there. And these applications generally operates on historical data, like for summarization purpose or consolidation form, or we may also use it for detailed format. Okay, and the major advantage is multi-dimensional analysis of warehouse data, because here n dimensions are supports in the warehouse data, so that multi-dimensional analysis is possible. Now last is the data mining applications is the most important. These kind of applications supports knowledge discovery from the hidden patterns. So that is, we are going to retrieve information, knowledge from the hidden patterns, uncover the knowledge, uncover the interesting patterns from the hidden patterns by applying the data mining functions such as associations and constructing the analytical models, the classification models, prediction models, and performing various kinds of the algorithms related to the classification, prediction, and presenting the finally the mining results by using data visualization tools such as trees, crosstabs, and all those things. And it may help to increase market shares and profits. And these applications, data mining applications, may also analyze the transactional, spatial, textual, and multimedia data also. That is nothing but these kind of applications also handles complexity models also. And business managers find and reach more suitable customers based on by using these kind of applications, data mining applications. This is about the what is the uses of the data warehouse. Now let us see what are the reasons why we go for the from OLAP to OLAM. We have online analytical processing tools are there, even though why we go for the mining tools. So online analytical mining, also called as OLTP with data mining. So OLTP is nothing but online transactional processing. If you add the data mining to this, then the resultant is we can call it as a OLAM. So we are going to perform mining in multi-dimensional databases or data warehouses. Such architecture is called as a OLAM architecture. So what are the reasons? Why this analytical mining? And why not only OLAP is not sufficient? So the reasons are high quality of the data in data warehouses, the first reason. So data warehouse contain more integrated, consistent, and cleaned data, so that costly pre-processing tools are required in order to do the pre-processing. And available information processing infrastructure surrounding the data warehouses. So we have the infrastructure such as ODBC connectivity and OLEDB, web accessing, service facilities, reporting and OLAP tools, etc. These are constructed systematically surrounding data warehouses. and OLAP-based exploratory data analysis is required. So OLAP provides facilities for providing at different levels of abstraction for different subsets of the data. So mining with drilling, dicing, pivoting, etc. is possible so that we can do the analysis in more easiest way with the help of the OLAP. Online selection of the data mining functions. So the integration of the multiple mining techniques. Using OLAP operations, we can perform classification, prediction, or the clustering, all these things. Whereas using the OLAP architecture, we can combine the multiple mining functions. Suppose I would like to, my data need, my application need, both classification, prediction, or the classification and the clustering, or association rule and the classification. So that such kind of integration is possible in the OLAP architecture. So it combines or integrates mining functions or the algorithms or the tasks, so that we need OLAP architecture. Let us see what is OLAP architecture, OLAM architecture. So here we use OLAP server, like how we use to perform OLAP operations, OLAP server. Similarly, we have OLAP server for performing the OLAP operations, that is online analytical mining operations. So it is an integrated OLAP and OLAP architecture. So simply we can say in OLAP architecture, we have both the servers. OLAP server is there as well as the OLAP server is also there. Let us see the diagram in the next slide. Both the OLAP and OLAP servers accept queries from the user by using graphical user interface via application program interfaces otherwise, and work with the data cube using Cube API. This is another interface. Okay, data cube API. Then a metadata direct dictionary, or which is data about the data, which is available data, which is helpful to guide the access of the data cube. So how to make use of the dimensions, how to make use of the algorithms, all these guidelines are provided by the metadata repository. So the data cube constructed by accessing, integrating multiple databases via MDDB API. So this API is nothing but multi-dimensional database API. So which supports multi-dimensional databases, this API. And also the connectivity such as OLEDB and ODBC for this MDDB, multi-dimensional databases. And OLAP server may perform multiple data mining tasks. Already I said it is used to integrate multiple mining tasks, multiple mining algorithms, multiple mining functionalities. So this mainly integrated DM modules consisting of OLAP architecture. That's what OLAP is popular than the OLAP. Because if it is the, our task is very simple, you can make use of the OLAP server. If our task is complex, needs the integration of the classification and the clustering, like multiple data mining functionalities, then we can select the OLAP server. So this is the diagram of the OLAM system architecture. So there are 4 layers in this one. There are 4 layers here. So the first layer is, so there are 4 layers. Layer 1 is data repository. So here the data is collected from multiple heterogeneous databases or the data warehouses or the flat files or different kinds of the data warehouses, and performs pre-processing techniques such as data cleaning, data integration, and data transformation, scaling the data, and data reduction methods, and filter the data and fetch this data from this data repository to the MDDB. MDDB is nothing but multi-dimensional databases, right? So in layer 2, we have multi-dimensional databases. All the data from the various kinds of the resources will be integrated and collected in a MDDB, multi-dimensional data format. Here the huge amount of data will be stored, and which is like terabytes of the data. This is having the n dimensions, not only 2, 3, 4. N dimensional data is available. That's why this is multi-dimensional database. And metadata, this is used for helping. So what kind of dimensions are available? What kind of algorithms are available? What kind of data mining functions are available? How what kind of attributes are available? How the structure of the data is. So entire thing is available in the metadata. So this is a repository where which gives the data about the data, that is about the layer 2. Now coming to the layer 3. In layer 3, we have two servers. One is OLAP server, other one is the OLAP engine. So OLAP server is nothing but similar to perform OLAP operations. If our application requires only one kind of data mining functionalities, or it is a simple task, so directly only data warehouse data is sufficient, then you go for the OLAP server and perform the OLAP operations to mine the result, to find the interested patterns from the or knowledge from the as per the user query. Suppose if it is complex tasks, then we go for the OLAP engine or the OLAP server, online analytical mining server. So this is used mainly for integration of the multiple mining tasks or multiple, what can we say that, multiple data mining tasks, multiple algorithms, and multiple data mining functionalities such as classifier, prediction, and all those things. So this MDDB data is, if it is required OLAP server, the data goes here. If it requires only OLAP operations are sufficient, it goes here. This is the layer 3 having two servers. Now coming to the last one is layer 4. In this layer 4, what happened? This is a client side or user. So user sends data mining query from this layer 4, right? This is user interface through the GUI, graphical user interface API, GUI API. So the user sends the data mining query. See this one, user GUI API sends the data mining query to the system, and it starts from the layer 1. Whatever required data starts from the collecting the data from the data sources and use the MDDB and use the which server is suitable or which kind of functions we are going to apply, OLAP or OLAP. Then accordingly, the result will be, mining result will be sent through the GUI. So see this one, this is user GUI. So this is the interface between the MDDB and the OLAP and OLAP server is called as a Data Cube API, because we are going to perform OLAP operations. The interface between MDDB and the repository, this is called as a database API. Okay, only simple queries are required to filter the data, transfer the data, extract the data. Here GUI API is required to take the query from the mining query like DMQL query language in the format, take a query from the user and process this one, and finally send the result to the end user. This is in the layer 4 is the user interface. So like that, OLAP system architecture is more sophisticated than the OLAP operations. Thank you.